Hello. I think I have the wrong microphone set up. Give me a second. This definitely is the wrong microphone, right? Let me put my monitor on. Yeah? Oh wait, no. This is the right microphone. Weird. Okay. We're good. So, real quick context as to why that might even be a problem. Over the weekend, I was participating as a staff member in what's called a mid-season showdown for Pokemon. It is the, I guess, third largest type of tournament that can exist, um, with the other ones that are higher than it being a regional or an international. So I was hosting, or I was helping run the event, and so the venue we got had like a room with a computer and everything and internet and everything. So we were like, oh, we can probably stream the event to some capacity. Do some real amateur, just run the matches, no commentary or anything, just have it on screen. People can watch. Cool. But their computer that we thought we would be able to use was actually just a server for a 3D printing farm. And so it is not something we could load OBS onto via, flash drive or whatever. So I had to go back home and bring my entire desktop over, set up and everything, including all my monitors and everything, to get a stream set up in this office. And as such, I had to change a lot of my OBS settings on the fly. But we're good now. I think everything's working. There should be audio for the 3DS, albeit probably a little quiet, because we're just on the menu, and I'm also talking over it. And yeah, that was my past weekend. It was a lot of fun, a lot of points given out, a lot of people stepping towards the chance to go to Worlds. They're well on their way. The winner gets 50 championship points, which is 1/10 of a Worlds invite. Anyway, we're gonna try and see if we can win the battle tower today. We're definitely not gonna finish it, because I can't do 50 battles in one sitting. I will simply have my brain shut off. But we're gonna try. We're gonna get as far as we can. There is a gift you have not received. Please start the game and pick up your gift from the delivery man in the Pokemon Center. Oh, I've never bothered to read that message before. I guess we should go do that. Well, let me go do that. That's way more interesting, right? Isv, how's it going for you? I'm really excited for your Ninvember? Is that what it is? Novendo? 64? I don't remember the exact portmanteau, but I'm excited for you to play a lot of fucking video games. That's always a good time. Good evening. Hey! Always good to see you. So we're going to try the Super Battle Tower today. No promises. I believe the AI... I did like a couple test rounds of the Super Battle Tower because I needed to verify if it were like possible to do. And that's where I got the screenshot of Cynthia ganking me earlier today. As soon as you said weekend, my internet died. Oh, I'll repeat my entire spiel. That's fine. But while I'm on the subject, yeah, so Dreamy Lancet, we're going to try the Super Battle Tower today. I don't think they possess the same crippling AI defect where they just target the weakest guy. So this might actually be kind of a wash. But we'll see what happens. You must be Tombo. I have one mystery gift here with your name on it. Here you are. Looks like you have some battle points. Would you like to take them all? Yeah, give me. Why do they call it pocket monsters when you pocket the cold monster out of hot eat the monster? You don't eat the monster. That's your first mistake. That's, I think, kind of what this whole misunderstanding you've got here hinges on. Dreamhairer, Snake Man, nice to see you. Dreamy Lancet, nice to see you. Izzy Machina, nice to see you. Let's go to the Battle Tower. I am now just having the delightful vision of something labeled Hot Pocket Monster, and it's like a Hot Pocket, but it's also Charizard. I think there's... I've actually long been a champion of them adding food type to Pokemon. There are so many Pokemon these days that want you to eat them. There's... Even in Gen 9, they've added some more. They added a Dachshund, which is a dog made out of bread. So I think they should add food type. There's like a... Yeah, there's just a lot of them. There's Alchemy from the generation before that. Oh, okay, hold on. There was one switch up I wanted to try to my team. So going back to what you were asking about, ISV, because your internet cut out through the curse of the skeleton here. So what I was saying is, over the weekend, the reason that I was worried that my microphone setting might be wrong as soon as I booted up stream is because over the weekend I helped staff an event in the Pokemon community called a Mid-Season Showdown, which is the third largest type of event that you can have in Pokemon. Where are my battle boxes? There we go. The only ones that are higher than that are a regional or an international. So, for this event, I have to try Pokemon Sweets ROM hack one day. I would love to. So, anyway, for this event, they had the venue had a separate room that we thought we could use to cast in. It had internet hookups. It had a large, powerful desktop and several monitors. We thought we'd be all set. We could stream the event, not do any commentary because, the players would be right there, but we could at least get the matches online so people at home could follow along. Everything would be great, cool, but we learned that the big, powerful PC they had is actually just a server rack for a 3D printer farm. And as such, we could not load OBS onto it because it was just not able to operate that way. So I had to run all the way back home and get my entire desktop, monitors and all, and bring it back to the venue and quickly, hastily get it set up so that our other stream tech could get her OBS settings onto my machine and she could stream the event. And that was a lot of headache, but it all worked out in the end. And I'm very glad to have participated into it. The top winner of that event got 1/10 of a Worlds invite, which is pretty cool. What am I trying to do here? I want to... Let me... Why? Hold on. I think I picked the wrong option. Hey, Eric. Welcome. Once I'm done fumbling around with the bag here, I'll be able to start. Hold on. Yeah, so... Battle box? I just need to change the hold item. I have to be able to do that from here, right? Summary. Item. I want to change the item. I want to actually not give it Eviolite. Because in my test run earlier today, when I was squaring off against Hold on, I guess let's move this guy. When I was squaring off against Cynthia, gosh, my brain is... Huh? Where'd they go? Why are they here? Oh, okay. When I was squaring off against Cynthia, sorry, I encountered a guy who just used taunt on me turn 1, and I fucking lost. I had no counterplay to actually having a taunt levied into the guy who wasn't protecting, and I just immediately lost. So I'm going to see if I can overcome that with a different held item. I think I need to go buy said held item, and then we'll see how much extra damage I take by not using EVO Light on the guy who's invented to hold EVO Light. Do I want to trade my battle points? Absolutely. Mental Herb. Yes. So this item, if you are afflicted by Taunt, Infatuation, and the like, you will consume it and no longer be taunted. So I'm going to try that on my Trick Room setter, and we're going to see how far our ass can take us. Held item. EVO Light. Away. Held item. Mental Herb. Give. I assume I will just now die in one shot to pretty much everything without my precious EVO Light, but we will see. Perhaps fate is smiling on me this day. We don't know. And now, with that, we can finally begin our climb up the battle tree. Super double battle. This generation is particularly interesting to do the battle tower on. I think this came up a couple times when we were just doing the normal one. But it's a rare generation, where there are 2 gimmicks in play at the same time. There's the Z moves, which they're invented for in this generation, but they also still have Mega Pokemon. So you can sometimes encounter both of those on the same team. Anyway, Ogre Battle. So it's scary out there. It's actually quite difficult. Yes. Anyway, we will have a chance to see Cynthia at the 10th, 20th, 30th, etc. every 10 battles. Hey, that's pretty cool. I told you to call me if there's going to be a battle. Okay, sorry. Last Rachel. Well, let's go. Weavile on Rotom. So here's a scary situation, right? Because if Weavile just goes for a powerful dark move, it may very well just kill my Dusclops without the power of... Oh, and it's got Bright Powder. That's awesome. That's awesome. Without the power of EVO Light on my side, I might just die. I might not be strong enough. I need those 50% bonus defenses. Cool, okay. Oh, I don't like that, though. We'll just have to deal with that later. Actually, that's fine. I have Haze on Dusclops. I can purge off the boosted levels of evasion. That's fine. For now, I just need to get rid of Weavile. And we do the same old song and dance, the oldest trick in the book here. Level 1 Endeavor never lets you down. Cool, okay. Wishy-Washy. Now, this is a fun Pokemon. I don't think it's been brought back in any subsequent generations, but its entire gimmick is that it has the lowest stats in the entire game, but when it's above 50% HP, it has the stats of, like, a Demi-Legendary. And that's the current form that it's in right now. It's the school form. And it's modeled after, like, sardines and other schooling fish that are typically just prey animals. However, we will be sending this guy straight to the Shadow Realm. I'm assuming it has a berry, because wanting to heal back up above half is critical in Wishy-Washy gameplay. Yeah, there we go. This might still do it, though. Yeah, 50 damage is 50 damage. Just gonna continue to ignore Rotom for as long as I humanly can. Kangaskhan, our old friend. Now, they might go for a Fake Out. which if so, there's not a whole lot I can do into that, but we'll see what happens. Oh no, they didn't. Excellent. And we go for a brick break, and we clear it up. Isv, please tell me more about Pokemon Sweets ROM hack. I'm very interested. Do they add the food typing? Is that like exactly what it does? Just yeah, there's Darkspun from this generation. There's well, Tatsugiri climbs into the mouth of a bigger fish. Hope the Pokemons are going. I pretty much just started. I was talking about how I worked at a big tournament this weekend, and how I had to bring my entire desktop to help them stream the event, and all my OBS settings changed in the interim. So we pretty much just started. This is round 1 of the Battle Tower. I'm fighting a Rotom who has Bright Powder and has used Double Team a couple of times, so that's exciting. I am just gonna go for it and try and hit it. I can't. It's Ice type right now, right? It's not Ghost type, I think. But hello, nice to see you, Mashimer. It's... Oh, okay, it avoided it. Okay, we're in trouble. We're not really in trouble. I think we have one more turn of Trick Room after this. Pokemon food up and change stuff like apples. Oh, that's fun. Okay. Because I'm thinking, like, they added Darkspun, they added Tatsugiri, who's like a little sushi roll. We have one more turn of Trick Room, right? Then there's, like, Bounce Sweet, who's a Vor-type Pokemon, wants to be eaten. I see no reason to not just go for the blow on the head here. If I'm lucky, this will just kill. Ominous Wind. There's Alchemy. Wow, that did a lot of damage. Wow. But I guess it does have multiple stages of... Oh, no, I guess Trick Room did also. I'm really not paying attention. That's bad. Who else? There's so many... Slowpoke like Savage Tail's Eaten. I said that. Cool. Well, luckily we hit. We purge off the evasion and we're good. They gotta call me next time, too. Who else? What other It's such a tired, like... let's rank the Pokemon by, like, how good they'd be to eat. But there are some Pokemon who legit just want you to eat them. Like, that's their entire bit. Tatsugiri might be the most egregious of them, actually, because it literally climbs into another Pokemon's mouth. Hey, Chief, are you listening to me? No. Off to recur Conley. Interesting. They all have Bright Powder. I hate the Battle Tree. Everybody and their dog has Bright Powder. I love just missing 10% of my attacks when they should hit. Oh, please don't let me flinch. I simply need to not flinch here. Oh, good. I am immune to Sandstorm on my Iron. I just need to not flinch. It's really important that that Rock Slide didn't make me flinch. Well, that's unfortunate. But not that unfortunate. I have another shot at redemption here. Though I don't know what's going to stop them from just making me flinch a second time. Cool. It's gonna be really funny if it uses, like, Leech Seed. Boo. Okay. Whatever, we're gonna get Trick Room up, it's fine. It's not ideal, but it's okay. Because I'm about to send out Torkoal, and let me tell you, the Grass Steel type does not enjoy a Sun-boosted Eruption. It is unlikely to survive such massive damage. The turtle craves violence. The sunlight turned harsh. We click the funny button. What's new and exciting? As I was saying, I not hosted, but I staffed in a very large tournament for Pokemon this weekend, which was a lot of fun. We like got a streaming thing going. I learned a lot about how people run tournament streams for Pokemon, and immediately got some ideas for like building a stream overlay tool that would help make it a lot easier. So I've started working on that. I learned how to make an OBS plugin, for example, which is cool. And so I'm working on that right now. The idea being that it would let you show which guys so if you had a sheet that your players who were sitting down to stream, a team sheet, if you will, presented, you could quickly enter the guys that they had via like a more intuitive dropdown, and then during stream time it would be a lot easier to show on screen which guys they brought. Instead of having to like rifle through a folder of 1,000 sprites or whatever, it would just pre-populate some buttons on your stream deck or whatever that would let you easily choose which guys came to the battle. Among other things, it would have like a scorekeeping feature and more. That's what I'm working on. I'm looking forward to showing it soon. Ooh, but I've got Mental Herb. You can't stop me. The taunt would actually be fine here, because I am just attacking. So that's new and exciting. I'm finally back on my streaming business here. I had to take a little bit of time off last week and the start of this week because I had family visiting, which is always exciting. I think tomorrow, God willing, I'm going to stream Year 3 of Grim Fandango in my real-time playthrough of Grim Fandango, where every night in the 4-year journey of the soul takes place on a different Day of the Dead. So last year I finished Year 2, and I intended to do Year 3 this year, but as I mentioned, I had family come over, so my Wednesday was otherwise occupied. And then next year on November 1st, I'll play Year 4 and finish the game. I'm looking forward to it. Torterra and Porygon Z. They actually buffed Torterra this gen because they gave him a move called Shell Smash, which is you lower your defenses by 1 stage each, but then you sharply boost your attack and speed. So he can actually like do a lot of damage, but also just the thought of a tortoise smashing a shell is very depressing. It does not in fact make you faster, it will cripple you horribly. Alright, let's see if Porygon can just like blow me up because I'm not wearing Eviolite. Doesn't even try, we love to see it. Sand Tomb? That's not cool. Well, that's nice. I'm glad they both decided to try and hit the low-level guy. They don't always. Sometimes they actually know to go for the supporter Pokemon, which is very scary. I might regret this. Porygon might have the power to one-shot me. Unless it targets Aaron. I'm hoping it just continues to target Aaron. But Sand Tomb particularly is frightening because it does chip, so it would go through Sturdy. It would like knock me out afterwards. Comfy. Now here's a Pokemon I haven't seen in a while. Let's just continue, I guess, hitting. I feel no fear. I simply endeavor. Thank you. I don't know that it will be, like, particularly visually engaging for you as a person who isn't running the stream. It is literally just a control panel for, like, the person running the stream. But I will definitely show it off at some point on stream. And at some point, I will be streaming my locals that I go to every Thursday, or that I run every Thursday. And I will be using my tool for that. I like to see stream technology, that's true. You got a new cat the other day, so I've been sitting in my room more than usual, playing my Switch while he gets acclimated. Got all the apricorn balls in Scarlet Violet on EVs, because, I don't know, I got it in my head that might be neat, to color coordinate evolutions. Hell yeah. I wish it were easier to get the luxury Pokeballs in Scarlet Violet, instead of just hoping that they show up at the auction house. Because there are some good ones. I have a Glastrier and a Heavy Ball. Ice Shard, no thank you. Which is from Sword and Shield, but other than that, I usually go for Premier Balls, but there are a couple of good ones. I'm saving my Moon Ball for the new Ursaluna that's in the DLC, which I still haven't finished. I'm paralyzed and I can't move, that's no good. Oh, that's what you mean. You caught the EVs and then you transferred them up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what you mean. Let's get rid of you. And you. And this will be the last turn of Trick Room, right? It has a Quick Claw? Well, it doesn't matter, it's using a priority move, but that's really annoying. Speaking of, the 3DS games, though, soon I'll be posting about it, but I want to try and get as many 3DS friends as I can before the end of Nintendo online operations for the 3DS console. Specifically because in X and Y, there's a thing called the Friend Safari. And what that does is it turns every person on your friends list into a room where you can catch up to 3 unique Pokemon that all share a type and can potentially have their hidden ability. So I'd like to max that out if possible. Yeah, they also love Bright Powder here. They just absolutely love that shit. Could not tell you why. Actually, no, if I die here, it's fine. That would actually be preferable, I think. Go for it, dude. So, what I'm saying is, if you have a 3DS and you would like to be friends, just DM me on any social media platform, and we'll be quick friends. I've got not one, but 2 3DSs I can add you on to fill out your friend Safari. I know my OG 3DS gives Gastrodon, specifically the pink kind, which is very cool. This is got a one-shot, right? This surely kills my Dusclops, right? Oh my god, it's built like a tank. That's without Eviolite. How's that for a firewall? Alright, battle number 4. I feel like this one's going slower than the previous. Do I have a Discord? Yeah. I don't have a server, if that's what you mean. But you can find me. I'm pretty sure I just have the same handle as I do on Twitter. Which should be on Discord. Should work? Yeah, you only need to proc once to win, exactly. It literally will change the entire outcome of a battle if you can survive one attack. My entire strategy here... Hold on, my work chat is bothering me. They can talk later. Trick Room. Sorry, my entire strategy here revolves around getting, like, one-turn knockouts back to back to back, or else you just collapse. So, if they dodge even a single attack, it's game over for me. Rain, huh? That's cool. What's really annoying is when you get guys who have Bright Powder and then an evasion ability on top of it. Like, I remember... I guess this was different, but in the Battle Royale last time we played, I fought a... Snowcloak Mamoswine and lost because of it. That's a healing berry? Okay, once again, I think we know that it's got less than 50 HP after doing that. Miss Magius, okay. Well, I can't hit that. Cool, yeah, I got your friend request. I will talk to you after the stream about getting you added. Ooh, I'm fighting 2 ghosts right now. This is very bad. For me. Who's the harder ghost to knock down? Probably Driftblim. Let's Toxic. Just a little. That's fine. I'm not happy that we missed Toxic, though. Toxic would go down real smooth right here. Watching a spooky tournament match with only Ghost and Dark types and Driftblim worked out really well. Was that the one I was streaming last week on Halloween? Or is there a different spooky tournament going on? Was it doubles or singles, is what I'm asking. And yeah, Driftblim has got like a tremendous amount of HP. Will this hurt? This is gonna hurt, right? But we live that, right? Now what I'm worried about is, am I out of turns of Trick Room? I don't think so. I think I have one more. Random one on Twitch? Doubles. Interesting. Okay. Was it on Showdown or was it on Cartridge? Because it might have been the same tournament. Alright, I'm praying that this just knocks out Miss Magius, but it probably won't. Oh, wow. It does. Torkoal, you are beautiful. It has a berry? Oh, they're trading codes around. Okay, okay, okay. You've made your point. It's a different match, different tournament. Cool. Okay, that went really well. We did exactly the right amount of damage, and the Twisted Dimensions return to normal, and we get Kangaskhan, who can't really menace my Ghost, I don't think, in any meaningful way, so I'm going to go ahead and try and set Trick Room back up. And just protect on Torkoal. I think the worst thing this could do is, like, payback into... Oh, okay. What move could you possibly have? Okay, so it's a normal move, so it's going into Torkoal, but I'm protecting, so I will only take 25% damage. Yeah, Driftblim's cool. They got some good moves. Yeah, the gym leader thing is fun, and everybody fantasizes about running, like, a gym leader bracket. But then, like... It's really easy to have competitors just beat you if they, like, bring anything normal. We are on battle 4 of 10 necessary to roll the gacha. Sorry, so buckle up. We got a little bit while to go. Eruption, and we're gonna blow up Kangaskhan. For extra life, though, that's cool. It's fun until you do it, the classic, yeah? I don't know difficult stuff. Is that why I lost? Perhaps. I mean, grass is a good type in the grass mirror. Like, you can't be hit by powder moves, which is very, very good. You resist water. We love to resist water. But yeah, like, monotyping is really, really difficult. I had a team that I would run back when I was playing singles, which was, like, maybe over a decade ago at this point. Heal before my Pokemon. That was mono-normal, but the entire gimmick was figuring out ways to get out of being normal type as fast as possible. So, like, you'd have Ditto, obviously, because you could transform into something else. But also you'd have Porygon with conversion, so you could become a ghost type. You'd have Kecleon. I showed off Kecleon, actually, in the earlier streams in this format, where I had the ability to change into a ghost, dark, fighting, and fire type, I believe, alternatingly, because of the ability Protean, which immediately changes you to the type of the move you're about to use. So I had like a mono-normal team, but they weren't really normal for very long. 3 out of the 6 guys would immediately change type. Kecleon's a lot of fun. With an Assault Vest, they actually have pretty good bulk. but they're very slow. So I relied heavily on priority moves. It was Shadow Sneak, Sucker Punch, Drain Punch, and Fire Punch, I believe, with an Assault Vest. So 2 of the moves are priority, which really helpfully let you change your type at the very top of the turn. Even if your Sucker Punch fails, you still become Dark type. There's a clip of me somewhere on my channel here soul reading a Metagross in the Elite Four in that game, where they try and Giga Impact me, but I use Shadow Sneak to immediately become Ghost. Sorry, they try and use Psychic on me, and I go for the Sucker Punch, so I become Dark and I dodge it that way. Then the subsequent turn, they try and Giga Impact me, and I Shadow Sneak, so I dodge it that way. So there's just 2 turns back-to-back of me taking 0 damage, because I'm able to become type immune to both of the moves they try and use. A lot of fun. What are we doing here? Charizard and Audino. I think we just do the same thing we always do, and pretend like it doesn't bother us. Yeah, Kecleon's fun, I miss them. Protean got nerfed extremely hard in Gen 9. Previously, it would make you change the type to whatever move you're about to use over and over and over again. Now it only triggers once per switch in, so it's a lot more limited. But also, like, guys other than Kecleon have it, so I kind of get why they did that. Meowscarada has it, Scorbunny has it, and Greninja has it. So, you know, they gave some actually useful Pokemon that ability. Alright, Trick Room is up. Nightshade into Charizard. Yeah, Terra's a good gimmick. It definitely makes the mono-type thing work a lot better. Unfortunately, all of the gym leaders in Gen 9 do it the wrong way, the opposite way, where they take a guy who would otherwise give them some kind of type diversity matchup and make it the same type as all their other guys, which is, like, the wrong way to use Terra, for sure. But it is what it is. It would be nice if they took their bug and were like, actually, you know, this is a fire type now, deal with it. But they don't. They instead take Teddiursa, and they're like, what if my Teddiursa was also a bug type? Wouldn't that be something? I mean, she kind of lucks out. Ooh, that's a fake out, right? That's fine. She lucks out into picking a Pokemon that has Levitate, I feel like. But it is what it is. Now, do I think I have what it takes on Torkoal here to seal the deal? Yeah, we're going to see what happens. I'm going to send out Torkoal. I'm going to regret this immediately. But I've been having a lot of fun using, finally, my drought-boosted eruptions. If I had Terra in this battle tower, I would be unstoppable. Because I could literally have something like, I could have a thing that has, like, Magic Bounce or Oblivious, so I can't be faked out. Or I can't be taunted. Or can't be, like, slept or whatever if I had Magic Bounce. And then Terra Ghost and just always get Trick Room up no matter what. But, unfortunately, Terra is not yet in the game. And I just have to deal with Mega Evolutions or Z moves all the time. Let's see how much damage this does to either of these clowns. It's not very effective. Oh, the crit might have mattered on Audino, though. I love when moves are not very effective and still knock out. Ooh, okay. So this guy's ability makes it take reduced damage from fire-type moves. So that's rough for me in this exact moment. But I still do overwhelming damage. It's going to say not very effective, and you're going to have to remember he has an ability that reduces the damage. Okay, that's kind of what we'd expect. Stockpile? I don't like that. Twisted Dimensions return to normal. Trick Room one more time, because I definitely can't tank anything from this guy. Ooh, it's gonna heal too, that's rough. But I don't think it can heal fast enough. Like, between Nightshade and Eruption, we should just do overwhelming damage. In the sun, also. There we go. I underrated you. Bum, 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 bum. Two battle points. Number 6 up next. Hey, what's your problem? You looking at me? You looking at me? Who, me? You? Looking at me? Punk guy, scoop! It's okay to scoop. It's always legal to scoop. Trevenant and Alakazam. I love that the Skull guys always use Dusk Balls also. They're very pretty. What do I... They know I've got a Mental Herb and my Shell Bell, and I know that they've got Wise Glasses and Twisted Spoon. Why Wise Glasses? It doesn't learn Hypnosis, does it? That would be really bad. It would be exceptionally bad if this Trevenant knew Hypnosis and targets it into my Dusclops. That would be the singular way I lose this, is if that happens. Cool, we like that. Okay, cool. I'm delighted to learn that the Trevenant doesn't have a berry, because its other ability, Harvest, lets it regen a berry every turn in Sunlight, and I'm about to set up Sunlight. So, I don't want to be helping it out if I can help it. Energy Ball. Wow. Salazzle. I think this thing knows Fake Out, but there's not like anything I can really do about it, if it does. So we just have to kind of deal with it. Like, I could protect here, but that doesn't buy me anything, I don't think. Actually, no. Protecting is the right call. This Salazzle's gonna try and Fake Out. Watch this. Nope, okay, I was wrong. I used the wrong move for sure. Ooh, that's scary. It's okay, we get it. We get it this turn. This thing cannot be allowed to live, though. Nightshade into you. But now I'm worried it actually doesn't have enough HP to fully heal me, but we'll find out. Sorry, Salazzle, you have to go. Oh, no. I'm 1 HP short of fully healing. That's okay, we're gonna get Torkoal out here next turn, blow up the tree, and presumably whatever else this guy has. Good night, soldier. Oh. I don't like that. Oh, no. I don't like that at all. Well, nothing to do but do it. Tyranitar's gonna take no damage from this. But we'll be okay. Yeah. If that's all he wants to do, that's cool. If he, like, opts to not use Rock Slide or something that will actually kill me, that's cool. That's actually awesome. So what happened here is because I inverted the speed priority with Trick Room, even though my really slow Tortoise went out, my ability procced first because it thought I was faster in the Trick Room, and Tyranitar was slower. Had I been able to wait one more turn for Trick Room to end, I would have had Sun up right now and done a bit more damage. Instead, he gets a 50% special defense boost in his Sandstorm mode. Anyway, we're gonna Trick Room. We're gonna Protect. Stealth Rock? That's actually quite bad for me, because I do have a guy who has Focus Sash. But I'm glad he's, like, not opting to use offensive moves. Nightshade again. I think we actually go for the Sunny Day here. As funny as that might be. The fact that I still have this move is really a goof in and of itself. Doesn't matter, okay. If this guy only has rock moves, I might actually be able to lame it out with just Dusclops and doing residual damage. I might not even need a supporting member to do real damage. Because, like, he's got 2 more hits of Nightshade, and I don't think he can 2-shot me. Oh, we'll see what the Eruption does. Cool. Cool. There we go. Okay. Super cool. Well, the Sandstorm's almost over. Praise be. But I'm also almost out of Trick Room turns, if memory serves. We've got, yeah, 2 turns of Trick Room. This is the last turn of Sandstorm. Finally, I get a move up, but it's gonna do, like, nothing. Maybe it knocks him into 1-turn Nightshade range. That would be really sweet. Oh, not quite. It's actually okay, though. Wait, check this out, check this out. Actually, I might just lose here. Don't check this out. This could be really bad. Thank you. Final turn of Trick Room. We're good. I was thinking in the back I had my Tailo, who had Quick Attack, but I wasn't actually sure if this guy only had 1 HP. When 2 sets of eyes meet, you get you a one-on-one battle. It's what it is to be a trainer. He's so right for saying this. He's so right for that, actually. I'm always saying this personally, but it's kind of the credo I live by. Alright, who's next? Number 7, let's go. I still don't have my own Pokemon. I borrowed my big brother's Pokemon. I think there are many competitive battlers who are actually in that exact situation. Rental teams are very, very prosperous, or plentiful. Preschooler Rocky. Infernape and Lurantis. Now this feels like a team that wants to use Fake Out very badly. Good thing I am a Ghost type. I do love being a Ghost type. King's Rock, Smooth Rock. Huh? Are you telling me Lurantis is about to cast Sandstorm? Because Smooth Rock is the item that increases the duration of Sandstorm. I didn't even know it could learn that move, but I can think of no other reason why I'd be holding it. fake out. Sunny day. But you want the heat rock if you want to... Huh? Huh? I don't understand. That's not the item that does that. Oh no, the skull bonker isn't working. Hold on. I'm sorry. You should have been able to hurt me. I'm sorry. I'll do one on the house. There you go. I forgot to click connect. Endeavor. My single channel point. Yeah. Not easy to come by. I wish that the streamer dashboard showed you the average number of channel points that your like users have, because I have no idea what the like going rate for things should be. I have no idea how many points some of you guys have accumulated. I know it's like more than one, but I don't know if it's like you have 1,000. What the hell was that? That sounded like a cutting noise. What Pokemon would that be? It sounded like a chop. Kind of like a rodent though, but I don't think it was Raticate. Was that like Patrat or something? It sounded like a little rat. I'm gonna guess Patrat. I am way off base, okay. Lotad is not a little rodent. Interesting. 20k, okay. Hilarious. Yeah, I mean, I've been pretty on point with some of these, but that one sounded to me like a little, like, rodent making, like, a swift motion. I always assumed Lotad sounded more like a frog, on account of it being a frog. Man, early generation Pokemon noises are absolutely just nonsense, right? I'm pretty sure that's Sizer, because I've heard that a lot in VGC. But don't quote me on this one, I can't say for sure. Oh, wow, cool, I was on the money. That one I was not off base on. But, like, you can tell it's a Gen 1 or 2 Pokemon by it just being, like, Bit Crush nonsense. Sorry it was so loud, also. Pokecry Redemption. This was a very straightforward by-the-book battle here. Just got to do my strategy. They did not knock me down. What do I do? My big brother's Pokemon are dead. You have to hand them back to him broken. That's rough. That is unfortunate, kid. I'm sorry. 2 battle points. Battle number 8. Okay, we're only 2 away from rolling the Battle Legend Gacha. The predecessor to Pokemon Masters EX. My bat is crying because it wants... My bat is crying because it wants a hit so badly. My bat is crying because it wants a hit so badly. That's very tuney. I love it. Youth athlete Isaac. His sword yearns for blood. Drampa and Bisharp. I don't like the looks of this. I quite actually don't like this at all. Bisharp is quite frightening. Oh, and it has a citrus berry? G fucking G. That's scary. Got nothing to do but Trick Room, though. The Dream might just be dead here. Bisharp is, like, extremely frightening. If it, like, Night Slashes me, I think it's just over. Hey, what'd I say? I lived that. Wow, okay. I lived that with over half. That's actually really good to know. Counterintuitively, I'm going to actually go for Drampa here, because I think I just need to one-shot Bisharp with fire moves after my Dusclops gets knocked down. And they are going to get knocked down. No, not Nightshade, that's the wrong move. They're a normal type. Remember, I took the Eviolite off to swap out for Mental Herb here. So the fact that I survived that really surprises me. Just Taunt is too much of a run killer. So I needed to figure out what kind of bulk I actually have. Oh, and it goes for the little guy this time. That's quite nice. Charizard. Yeah, I took the... I swapped it out for a Mental Herb for this go-through. Because earlier when I was practicing for this and just kind of getting a feel for it, I turn 1 got taunted by a Bisharp. And it was just over. Like, if I don't get Trick Room up in the first 2 turns, I cannot win. It is completely impossible for this team to function outside of Trick Room. Yeah. If that had been a crit, I think I might have... Well, no, that's 1.5 times damage, so I still would have survived. That's crazy. But then if they doubled into me, I would have died. What do you got? Okay, that's fine. Doesn't bring your HP back up. Cool. Yeah, the thing about Dusclops is even without Eviolite, it still has base 130 in both of its defenses. So, like, you know. A critical hit. But now we get to bring in the heavy artillery. Nothing is surviving this. 2 guys weak to fire? I don't mind if I do. Let me click that, let me rub the old hands together. Oh, come on, both of them at the same time. Rub the old hands together. Oh, boo, hand tracking's not cooperating. Just imagine I'm rubbing my hands together greedily as I click the funny button eruption onto 2 guys who are weak to fire.
Nailed by eruption.
Perfect. We love that. Nailed by eruption. I don't usually hit ground balls. Battle number 9. Let's go. This is me, so I'll get at it. I love that in Gen 7 they had these awesome, like, hip-hop guys, Team Skull. And then in Gen 8 they're like, Team Yell. And their entire thing is they just yell a lot. And, like, that's where we've come to. That's exciting. And now, back in Gen 9, we have, like, a whole host of different factions. Trick Room, Protect. Alright, will the Night Slash from Honchkrow fare a little bit better? I didn't see what items it had, I don't know if it matters. Dark Pulse? Okay, cool, but eat that. I don't like that, but there's not a lot I can do about it. I'm not, like, super worried long-term. I'm more interested in getting rid of Honchkrow here, I think. the Team Yell kind of just seem more like soccer hooligans, but just, it's a really dumb name for a team, is the other thing. And yeah, they're very similar to Skull in that regard. Magnet Bomb. Okay. Cool move. Rarely used. So I feel like this thing is going to try and use Fake Out. So I'm going to click the Haze button. And Protect. Going to get rid of the double team. In theory. But it didn't use Fake Out, so I shouldn't have done that. Is it just going to use Nasty Plot again? Flamethrower, okay. Into the other guy. Wow. And I bet I get burned, right? No? Okay. Delicious. Yeah, I definitely think the more down-to-earth villain groups are a welcome change from, like, first there was Team Rocket, which are a mafia organization. Cool, you know, it makes sense. Understood. Then we had, I guess there was just more Rockets in Gen 2. Then in Gen 3 we had, like, Cults. And then in Gen 4 we had Team Galactic, who were, like, sci-fi villains. And then Team Plasma. And then Team Flare, and the stakes kept escalating, such that, like, Team Flare were literally trying to annihilate the universe or something like that. Something completely ridiculous. And then, from Team Flare, we went to Team Skull, who were just, like, hanging out on Hawaii. As you should do. I don't even remember what Team Plasma wanted to liberate all Pokemon, and, like, bring an end to human civilization. And Team Flare were trying to resurrect, like, a Doomsday Cannon, if memory serves. Twisted Dimensions returned to normal. Oh, nope, not Rest. Thank you for asking me if I wanted to confirm. I did not want to use Rest. Overall, I think Pokemon has just been trying to capture the same lightning in a bottle that is Team Rocket, and you can't really do that, unfortunately. Actually, I bet Brick Break does more because it's double super effective. Let's find out. Love for me that didn't miss, and Brick Break will just seal the deal. Easy. Alright, who did we get for our Battle Legend? This could be Cynthia. This could be Cynthia, whoever walks through these doors. It could be her. Oh, it's Gozma. Have to go another 10 battles then, I suppose. Gonna beat them down. That's what Big Bad Gozma is all about. Style and I agree. Lipard and Toxapex. Now this to me screams getting faked out and poisoned. So we do what we always do in times like this. We simply protect Trick Room. They cannot stop Trick Room from going up here. They don't have any way to do it. There's not enough damage. Dark Pulse. Wait, there might be enough damage. Okay, cool. Thank God. That did way more than I thought it would. Gen 1er bias, right? Who knows? Who can really say? Nightshade into Toxapex. Endeavor. Toxapex. If we lose Dusclops, it's not the end of the world. But getting rid of this stall guy is very important. I assume they're gonna Dark Pulse into Dusclops again. Yeah, that's fine. Because now we can send out Torkoal and start doing quite a lot of damage. We can actually get 2 knockouts in a turn now. So, the pace has accelerated. Yeah, Pinsir, you're not gonna like this, buddy. I'm sorry. Pinsir break. So Pinsir has to go because he can actually one-shot through Endeavor. Or through Sturdy, because Mold Breaker ignores abilities. So he could actually do damage that goes through Sturdy, but it won't matter. Because he's just not gonna... Oh, he's gonna try and Quick Attack, I think. Aerial Light Quick Attack? Is that a thing he can do? But he loses Mold Breaker now, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, Team Flare is just like, we're out of ideas and we just keep doing the same thing. So they're just like, comedically evil. Yeah, sorry Guzma, buddy. Cool Mega Evolution. Don't often see it, but there's a reason for that. Magma and Aqua are funny because of how stupid they are, but then it's like, okay, can we go back to something interesting now? In my opinion. It's like, they're like cartoonishly dumb in their regard, but then the fact that we're still doing that with Flare is just tired, in my opinion. The idea that there's a cult who's like, what if the entire world was ocean is very funny, but equally as funny as a team that was like, what if there was no water on this entire planet? Wouldn't that be Kino? And the answer is no, guys. That's super not. But also just the fact that Kyogre, like, obliterates Groudon in every matchup is also very funny. Yeah, they're like, oh, cool, there's like, these cool, brooding, dark guys. They've got cool outfits, they look all put together, and then you go up to the leader and they're like, what if there was no water on planet Earth? And you're supposed to think that's cool. And it completely falls apart, yeah. It's like super, super funny. But they stylistically look very good. Though I will say, I think my favorite team battle music is Team Galactic. I really like that one. Punk Girl Argata. Or Agrata? Agrata? Argata? Agrata. Agrata. Man, everybody wants to click Fake Out. I'm like, I see these Pokemon and I'm like, that's a Fake Out user. Oh, my hand's going crazy as I scratch my face. Has a very Drain the Mediterranean vibe, which is silly, but like a realistic way, in a realistic way, if that makes sense. It's a believable bad idea, yeah, because there are actual, like, billionaires who are like, what if the world was just worse? But then you have, like, Team Flare and Team Plasma, who are like, what if we just blew up the planet? And it's like, why? And they're like, wouldn't that be cool, though? It's just, it's cartoonish. And granted, this is a children's game, but, like, it's stupid. It, like, is so, the stakes are so above what you're currently doing as a Pokemon trainer. Like, yes, it's very believable that, like, a monster tamer would, like, take on the Mafia. Cool. Team Flare is basically waging international war. Like, they are a threat to humanity. They are not, like, 2-bit criminals. You can't just be a vigilante for that kind of thing. But, it's, I repeat myself, I suppose, or I'm preaching to the choir here. The movies also really upped the stakes, it's true. And the games had to keep up. It's true, it's true. I mean, the stakes with Mewtwo were pretty high, because Mewtwo is like a super weapon in that regard. But he's ultimately just like another monster at the end of the day. Like, he is... As far as the super weapon monsters go, Mewtwo is, like, ultimately just a guy. Whereas later you get, like, we enslaved the gods of time and space. Cool. I have a rat that shoots electricity. Like, what do you want me to do? Mewtwo is just a guy. He's, like, not that big. He's very strong, but not in a way that's, like, well, it's psychic, so it is supernatural. But it's comprehensible. And then it's just like later, it's like, oh, we've enslaved these various deities, and you put them in your Pokeball. Isn't that Kino? No, it's not. It's not Kino at all. Yeah, oh yeah, okay, Team Life and Team Death would be really funny. I want to know all about Team Death. Because that's actually very on the money for what, like, Aqua and Magma are all about. Where one of them is just like, what if it was bad? What if everything was bad and evil? Like, what is the argument for Team Death here? I'm very interested. Like, I understand that there are plenty of cults that are actually effectively a Team Death, where they, you know, purport that there will be fantastical things in the afterlife, and then compel their, you know, cultists to do unwise activities. But calling it Team Death is, like, a little too on the nose, in my opinion. The world would be better if everyone... There would be no more fake out, which would be nice. I concur. I can get behind that sentiment, at least. Many people wish to tear a ghost for various reasons. Ghosts don't need to eat. Nice! I've got a thing for you. You're something else. Well, thank you. The world would be more balanced if everybody was super effective on each other. You're so right. Elders should be respected. You get that, right? You understand, right? The elders should be respected. You understand, right? You wouldn't disrespect an elder, would you? Right? This guy better send out Grandpa. Yeah, like, honestly, you're right. Like, the Team Flare was ultimately Team Death, where they're just like, what if we blew up the planet's core? Or whatever. Ikru. That's an interesting name I've never seen before. I wonder from where that originates. Whimsicott and Volcarona, oh boy. I'm not looking forward to Whimsicott coming back in the DLC for Scarlet Violet as another prankster tailwind setter. Wait. Did they just say there are choice specs on Whimsicott here? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. It also doesn't make any sense. Or is it choice specs on the Volcarona? Did I have that backwards? I might have had that backwards. No, it can't be, because it's using a setup move. Okay, so it just wants to... Well, it's locked into Energy Ball, which does not scare me at all. Prankster Encore is not welcome here, yeah? That's the problem. But fortunately, it has choice specs, so it cannot Encore me into using Trick Room a second time here, and we can just safely delete Volcarona right now. Ooh! Key Energy VT. Hello, thank you. Oh my god. I've been burned. That's okay. It probably won't matter. Whimsicott will knock me out here, but it's gonna be fine. Hello, Key Energy. Welcome, 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 welcome. It's fine. Torkoal handles this, it's fine. It's fine. Ooh. It's totally fine. Watch how much damage this does to not very effective Rotom. Oh, actually not very much. That's surprising. Oh, Whimsicott's out of here. Bright Powder? My god. Once again, Bright Powder ruining the battle tree. And Ninetales. Okay. Fire maybe wasn't the meta pick here, but that's okay. I don't think Ninetales can really menace me, so I'm just going to keep blasting off eruptions. Just need you to do something, bud. Thank you. Kaboom! We have one more turn of Trick Room, is that right? I'm already confused. What more do you want from me? I should have gone for the Rotom here. I don't know why I split focus. Will-O-Wisp, whatever. You can't hurt me in a way that matters. Wait, maybe you can. Wait, into the Torkoal? Why would you do that? Make it make sense. Okay, the Twisted Dimensions did return to normal, which isn't super great, but I think we can get them back up again. I don't think I'm actually in danger of dying here. I think I can click Eruption, and they can't do anything about it. I don't think they can bring me down. Oh my god. Wow, and it survives? That's a... What is that? Okay, well, it's not going to live both of them, but that's okay, because I clicked Eruption. The fact that I was able to tank a super effective Hex, where the power is doubled because I had a status effect, is incredible. Dusclops is a brick house of a Pokemon. It's a good combo. The fact that they both had it kind of caught me by surprise, but I'm glad I clicked Eruption. You've made enemies of the older generation around the nation. Apropos of nothing, happy election day if you're in the States, by the way. I hope you were able to get out to the polls. I hope you were able to Pokemon go to the polls and vote. The old people will rise again. Hey, Kenergy. Hello, hello. Okay, he's got it out for me. They're right. The old nation is coming after me now. The aged agenda. Gentleman Jerry. Darmanitan. And Lurantis. Darmanitan's kind of cool. Luminous Moss on Darmanitan. Interesting. Good thing I don't intend to hit it with a Water-type move. Trick Room. Protect. That goes through Protect? That's crazy. Okay, so I know it would probably be very prudent to go for the Lurantis here, because it's literally... I can, like, stop it from attacking. But I can definitely kill it in one shot with Torkoal, so I'm going after the Darmanitan here. It's, like, a way more pressing threat. So, like, yes, I am going to eat a stab-boosted Solar Beam. I'm assuming it's going into my Aaron, though, so I, like, don't care too much. Even if it's going into Dusclops, like, Big whoop. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm not verbalizing it too much, but my target selection here is pretty much just thinking, one, is it a ghost? Do I have to play around it because I can't hit it with Endeavor? And if not, then can Torkoal deal with it easily? And I just keep trying to go for the targets that Torkoal can't potentially just one-shot. So, like, here I have to go for the fire type again. Go for the Brick Break. Thank you. Was that a random sub or a targeted sub? Thank you, by the way. Thank you all the same. I think Ty is playing in a tournament right now. I don't know if he's streaming his perspective, but if he is, that'll be cool. I always do random. Well, that's a very solid fortuitous random that you've selected there. Okay, we're gonna go for the poison. Yeah, I mean the strategy is literally just like, can Torkoal deal with this later? No, try and go for it now. If it's a ghost type like right now, I just kind of have to wait until Aaron dies, unfortunately. I'm hoping they double into me right now. Perfect, yes. That is perfect turn. That's perfect. Now, let's see. So I think Chandelure has Flash Fire, which would mean that if I went for an Eruption here, it would kind of be bad. So we're gonna go for the Birdie. That Flash Fire makes you immune to Fire-type attacks and then boosts your Fire-type moves after you've been hit by one. So I couldn't just hit it with an Eruption, even though that would be very favorable into Lurantis. So this does kind of alter the plan, but not by much. We do this. We do this. Hi, Eidolon. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're on, like, floor 13 of the Battle Tower or something. We're doing quite well. This is another one of the ones where I have to hit 50 consecutive battles, which I'm not going to do in one sitting tonight. I'm going to see if maybe I can get to 20. Is that Weather Ball? Holy smokes. Crazy, yeah. Glad I don't have to do it in one sitting. Weather Ball. And there we go, easy. I had to slightly deviate from the plan. Your pappy lost? Jesus. Am I gonna have to fight another senior citizen? I kinda hope they keep sending them after me. Yeah, the only thing that really disrupts my strategy is if I don't get Trick Room up turn 1. Once I'm in there, I should be fine. Okay. Hey, let's get it going, because there's no escape. You're challenged by Punk Girl Calliope Mori. Yikes. Houndoom and Toxapex. So Houndoom is another Flash Fire haver. Oh, interesting. So Houndoom has a Sash also. Cool. And they got a Poison Z move on Toxapex. And they're gonna use it turn 1. Okay. Oh. It's a status move. Oh. I super don't care about that. Okay. Cool turn 1. Awesome, we love that. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of Houndoom. I don't care that it has a Sash. My other guys in the back are Torkoal, who I don't really think will take too many turns of poison. Oh, it's a Zoroark. That's why it has a sash. Okay, that makes sense. Too bad it didn't get to do anything. But yeah, Torkoal's not going to care too much. My other guy's flying, so they won't take spikes damage. Scald will be annoying if I get burned here, which is likely. It's like a 30% shot. I didn't, so that's cool. Toxicroak might be able to slap me with a Fake Out. I don't know how much I care about that. I think I play it really conservatively here and go for the Protect. Because if it has Dry Skin, it takes a lot of damage from fire. So we're just going to play it really conservative, do a little chip damage in the Toxapex, and go for the Protect here. Yep, there we go. I'm so smart. I see these Pokemon and I'm like, that's a Fake Out user. I know you want to use Fake Out very badly. Okay, cool. Now we can go back and... do this. I don't actually know if that's enough to full heal me. It is, nice. Brick Break. And now the real Houndoom, who I absolutely would like to get rid of. I've been kicked. I think Trick Room ends this turn. Yeah, but it super doesn't matter. I will set up new Trick Room. I will Protect. And the strategy will begin anew. This is the second time she's told me she's got a thing for me. Number 15. Alright. I'm gonna stop at 20 tonight, I think, assuming I make it that far. Here I go, I'm gonna knock it out of the park. Youth Athlete Parker. Archeops and Machamp. Frostberry. Okay. Quick Attack. Ooh, okay. Dynamic Punch. Ooh. Both of those are kind of scary. But I think I have to go for Quick Attack first. If Dynamic Punch lands, which it will because Machamp has no guard, I will become confused, but I'm much more interested in getting rid of Quick Attack. I think. Yeah, I think this is the right move. Well, I should have gone for the other guy because he didn't use quick attack. They're gonna heal, but I still have enough damage to one-shot with Nightshade, I'm pretty sure. According to my calculations. Yes. Now I'm confused, which is not great. Salazzle might just fake out anyway, I think. I'm going for the protect. This may be foolish of me. We survive. 100% confusion's funny, yeah? There was a team floating around early in the ladder for Scarlet Violet where the goal was to try and eventually skill swap No Guard from Lycanroc onto Tinglu by way of Medicham. Medicham. So that you can get 100% accurate fissures and just sweep after that, which is very funny. Also had like other stuff that was ways to play it that weren't just that gimmick, but that was a thing you could do. Whatever works, yeah, right? Fissure and Munchlax? Were you playing Little Cup somehow? What do you mean, Fissure Munchlax? How did you get got by a Fissure Munchlax? Please tell the class how this happened to you. Payback. Oof, ouch. Talonflame, oh no. I don't like that. They're gonna have priority on a flying move, so I need to go for a protect here. No, actually, but it doesn't matter, because Trick Room's gonna end. Bummer. And I don't have enough HP. Ugh. That's annoying. Well, maybe they won't. Cool, okay. I thought they were gonna have priority like Gelwings or whatever. But they just didn't seem to. Eviolite, Munchlax under Trick Room. Interesting. Oh, is this gonna hurt really bad? It is, but that's okay. That's awesome. I love Sturdy. Okay. What's it gonna be, my man? Alright, there you go. I almost called him Munchlax. Medicham. Machamp. There we go. Halfway between all of those words. I gotta feel like Eviolite Munchlax isn't particularly good. Eviolite's good on Pokemon that were designed as final evolutions and then got new ones later, but Munchlax went the other way, where he was designed as a baby from inception. His fully evolved form was made first, so his stats are not good. I also didn't know it could learn Fissure, so that's cool. Alright. Woman of few words, I suppose. Youth athlete, Gabriella. Lives a single hit, and that's all it needed. Oof. Alright, let's see. I'm alarmed by Bisharp, as always. I don't like seeing Bisharp. I'm hoping they go for like a high jump kick into my Aaron and miss, And then I just live another Night Slash. Yes! Yes! It's all coming together. Maybe I should have gone for the Bisharp here. I know it's going to do this, and I'm thinking Torkoal can come back and clear out. Pissimian, okay. Drought. Eruption. Cool, that's what I thought. I thought we'd be fine. And we're still full HP on Aaron. He has not been hit yet, which is very impressive. Now this guy double resists fire, but fortunately, that doesn't matter a lot when I have Endeavor on my side. This would be incredibly... Oh! It might still be really bad. Does a lot of damage. He double resists fire. He's a Rock Dragon. That doesn't hurt too bad either. This is the last turn of Trick Room, though. Thank goodness it doesn't miss. Because now he's down to 1 HP, so even if I miss this Eruption, I can send out Quick Attack, but it doesn't come to that, fortunately. My bird can Quick Attack and do the 1 HP of damage. Dang. So true. Number 17. Let's keep going. My bat is... This kid again. My bat is crying. I always have to channel my inner Shadow the Hedgehog.
Nailed by
when I see this kid. And the line that I always think of for Shadow the Hedgehog when I'm like thinking about how to do his voice is the Real Shadow Fan 01. I will marry you if you can comply with my demands. Number 1. I have a 20-step skincare routine. Number 2. I iron my linens every day. I will not sleep on a bed with wrinkles. And number 3. The food must be prepared exactly as it was on Space Colony Ark. This kid's like, my bat is crying because it wants a hit so badly. Something like that. I'm sure that sounds nothing like Shadow the Hedgehog, but it sounds like it in my head. Yeah, we nailed some eruptions, it's fine. Salazzle and Staraptor. What do we got? Poisonium and Focus Sash. Okay, good to know about the Sash. The Sash is actually huge to know about, typically. Because it means Torkoal can't just one-shot, even if it wanted to. And Poisonium Z might be threatening. I'm not sure here. It goes through Protect, but I still have Sturdy beyond that. It goes for a Flamethrower, so it doesn't use its move. Trick Room comes up. I'm going for the Salazzle first, because I don't want it to be able to use its Z move. I'm not too worried about Staraptor. I don't think. Once again, Salazzle resists fire because it's a fire type itself. So just getting rid of that would be choice. And not letting it use its Z move would be really cool. You're taking away a tremendous piece of your opponent's toolkit by eliminating their Z move haver. Feather Dance? Brother. I do fixed damage. Well, not to you, I guess, but... Druddigon, okay. Once again, resists fire, so I kind of got to go for it. I think it has Rough Skin, which is kind of a pain, but it's fine. World's most boring dragon type. Literally just dragon-ass dragon. Has nothing exciting going on with it. Yeah, it's got Rough Skin. That's a bummer, but it's okay. Because we immediately heal, thanks to Order of Operations. Brother, you can't endeavor me. That's my thing. I would love a Druddigon EV. Okay, so Seri, I've actually long had an idea for a Druddigon evolution. Though I think its mechanics are kind of not suited for what the gimmick for Gen 9 was. Sorry, I keep scratching my face. I gotta shave my chops are getting a little bit long. Getting a little scratchy. Anyway, so because Druddigon is just like the most generic dragon you've ever seen in your entire life, I was thinking it would be really cool if it had an evolved form that was dragon and dragon type, which means that it would double resist like most elements and be double weak to other dragons and fairy. So it would have a 4x weakness to fairy and dragon and ice, but it would like double resist grass, electric, water, fire, and stuff like that. And it would also get stab doubled, so it would have its attacks do, I guess, either 2 or like 2.25 as much damage as usual. I just thought that would be, like, neat if they invented a guy that was just, like, dual type, but it's the same type. And he just gets all of the... everything compounded. Because Druddigon, to me, is, like, the most dragon-ass dragon you've ever seen. It is literally just a European dragon. Super, super boring. So I thought it would be cool if they just made one that was like, yes, he is dragon. He is extremely dragon. Then they kind of, like, did that with Terra, where you get, like, same type attack bonus increased a little bit. But you don't have the double resistance, double weakness thing. Yeah, the double stab I feel like would make it good. You only have stab on dragon moves, but those are some really strong ones. And just the double resistance to, like, all the elemental types seems like it would be kind of choice. Okay, so this is going to be funny. Slacking is going to try and do a thing. I didn't even see what items they have. I don't know that it matters. But Slacking is going to try and do a move that he won't be able to this coming turn. Which means I can safely go for the Avalugg, I'm pretty sure. He hurts his own guy. That's awesome. A bold strategy. Ooh, okay. The Welsh disrespect? I was saying he's a European... like, the most European dragon. I guess 'cause I'm saying he's boring. That's fair. But I acknowledge that he's from Europe. He's extremely European looking. For better or for worse. If they ever make a Pokemon game situated in Fantasy Italy, I want one of the legendaries to be the head with a bunch of legs coming out of it that's on the Sicilian flag. I forget what that thing is called, but I'd really like that. Hold on, let me look it up real quick. I should know this. Toxicroak. The Trinicria, I guess? Yeah. It's the 3 legs coming out of the head. I want a legendary that looks like that. Am I gonna get faked out? Yeah, I guess I should have seen that coming. What's going on? Crazy battle right now. That's fine, I think. He won't be able to attack next turn, so he's gonna have to eat 2 eruptions. I didn't really want to waste a turn protecting because I am on a timer thanks to Toxic. So I figured I might as well just go for it, but I figured he often has fake out. These frog types, these lizard types. Ooh. Well, that takes care of that, I guess. Crit might have mattered there on the slacking, but Toxicroak has dry skin, so he takes bonus damage from fire. He's basically effectively weak to fire type. And now we just delete whatever the last guy is with Endeavor. Yeah, okay. There you go. But why? It's because you brought a guy who can only attack every other turn. I don't know what you expected to happen. The next one's 19, right? Okay. I used to be called a diamond in the rough, although that was decades ago. Another member of the senior army over here. I've made enemies of them all. Madame Christie. Beartic and Rotom. Is that Rotom Ice? No, it's Rotom Wash. Interesting. What do we got? Lax Incense and Lefties. Why would you have Lax Incense? That makes no sense. That, like, is like Lagging Tail, where it makes you go later, right? There's no... It doesn't learn Trick. Why would you want this? What's going on? Oh. That's annoying. Like, always wanting to be slower, so you always set up the weather if the opponent tries to set up weather. That's interesting. Well, I'm gonna do what I always do, which is go for the things that Torkoal can't immediately deal with. So Rotom, you're on the list here. Fortunately, you don't have, like, Bright Powder or anything goofy like that, so I can just delete you right now. Yeah, neutralizing gas is fun. I want to build a team around it, because there's a lot of fun things you can do by turning off abilities. Also, like, Regigigas is one of my favorite legendary designs, so when he comes back, if he comes back, I'd like to build a team around him. Also, the fact that it doesn't turn off photosynthesis makes it uniquely very good in Gen 9, because you can pair it next to, like, a Roaring Moon type, and do a lot. Because your ability stays on, but you can potentially turn off your opponent's ability. It's very, very good. That's fine. There is no more hail for this battle, hopefully. Armaldo? Who? Bug Rock type? Armaldo, I don't know him. Well, all the starters are coming back for sure. I don't know about all the legendaries. Yeah, when Iron Hands finally gets an ability, it's going to be crazy. I agree. Yeah, I agree. He's very cute. I miss the fossils dearly. No! Not like this. I don't want to fight Gastrodon. Not like this. I've never wanted to knock down a Gastrodon. Least of all a pink one. No, we don't need the Tapu, specifically because terrain is too good this generation. It's okay. Rain Dance, uh-oh. Okay, check this incredibly sacrificial shit out. There's no way I can damage this thing with Torkoal in the rain, so I'm actually going to send out my bird to just eat a hit. And then I can switch back in. Its name is Indeedee. She's right there. Something other than Rillaboom to fight Miraidon. Indeedee is literally right there, dude. Oh, I didn't realize I could actually knock it out with one more. Yeah, I don't want to think about Ubers when we get restricted format. I typically stop liking VGC when we get restricted, because the power level is just too high. Alright, we get another shot at the Cynthia gotcha. Is she gonna be here? Would you like to keep battling? Absolutely. It's her! She's here. You've succeeded. I have to let everybody I know. Everybody know.
Get a load of this!
It's her. Sorry, I had to, like, stop to take a screenshot and everything. I literally ran into her this morning and took a photo with my phone because I was so starstruck. Okay, we can get to it. I, Cynthia, accept your challenge. There won't be any let-up from me. Now, I'm just gonna close my mouth and we can enjoy her incredible battle theme. When I fought her earlier today, she Mega Evolved the Garchomp. So it's good to know that she can do either. This is gonna hurt, because I'm gonna take rough skin damage, but that's okay. Farewell, soldier. That just benefits me. Dusclops' entire thing is having no HP. Like, it's all in defenses, but the actual HP stat's very low. That's very funny. Sorry, Cynthia. Your time is up. You can sucker punch all you want, but it won't matter. That's the game.
Nailed by eruption.
Surely was. No matter how fun the battle
Nailed
is,
by eruption.
it will always end sometime. Three battle points. I think I'm going to call it there, because it's been 2 hours. Not a bad run. So we're a little bit under halfway through the battle tower. We did it. Always good. We got her. Alright, thank you. So, real quick though, tomorrow I'm going to do a little stream, I think, assuming I have, like, the wherewithal and capacity. Let me find where my image is. I fought Cynthia earlier in BDSP for the Champ Rivian. Her post-Heatran team is pretty impressive for a story fight in the 80s. Oh, I thought you were like, that'd be pretty cool for a story in the 80s, like the 1980s, but you mean their levels are, yeah, very high? Yeah, she's a real true champion, I agree. Hold on, let me find my... I'm looking for a thumbnail here. Please look forward to this tomorrow, as I continue my real-time playthrough of Grim Fandango. The premise of Grim Fandango is that it's a story told across 4 years, each chapter taking place on a single day of the dead, each subsequent year. So last year I finished year 2, and tomorrow I will begin year 3, and Boo will conclude year 3, and then next year you can look forward to me finishing the game on year 4, and we'll see what lasts, or what's awaiting Manny in the afterlife. So that's my plan. I don't know when I'm going to start. Chapters aren't terribly long. Last time I streamed this, it was quite long because I had to restart due to a soft lock, but that shouldn't happen to me this time because I've taken precautions with more saves and such. But that's my plan. I was going to stream this last Wednesday on the 1st, the actual Day of the Dead, but life intervened, as is the way. So please look forward to this. It's a very near and dear to my heart game. I'll be playing the remaster, but I'll be... I can switch back and forth between the original and remastered graphics on the fly. But yeah, that's my plan. And then next week we'll be back on Mondays with more Endless Ocean, and hopefully finishing up the ribbon. Depends on how well one knows the puzzles well. I think I know the year 3 puzzles pretty well, but we'll see. You can come and make fun of me at your own discretion. So that'll be tomorrow. I hope to see you all there. If not, I totally understand. But that's going to do it for me. Oh, I gotta find somebody to raid. That's always the last part here. Who's even streaming on twitch.tv right now? Let me look around. I'm assuming you guys like Pokemon, so I'm going to send you over to Tom Hayden, who is streaming his tournament right now. He's playing in his own tournament, which is, you know, whatever. So I'm going to send you guys over to raid Tom Hayden 27. He's playing VGC doubles right now, competitive, providing commentary with a team that's near dear to my heart with another Trick Room archetype. So go be nice to him. I'll catch you all tomorrow. Bonus era, and good night. Good night.